Hi guys, I don't know if you've heard, but two Nigerian brothers are presently in prison in America for what is called sextortion. Sextortion is when somebody on the internet, usually on a social media platform, tricks someone else into sending them nude pictures or videos, and then they will demand for money or other things while threatening to share that picture or videos with the world if they don't give them what they asked for. Basically, they get you to send your nude pictures or videos, and then they will use it to blackmail you. So in 2022, these Nigerian brothers, 24-year-old Samuel Ogoshi, 21-year-old Samson Ogoshi, and a third suspect, his name is Ezekiel Robert, used a hacked Instagram account of an American teenage girl to send messages to a 17-year-old high school student, Jordan DeMay, in Michigan. So they were pretending to be a beautiful girl that was interested in him, and they did all this from Nigeria, by the way, from Lagos, Nigeria. And while they were chatting with him, they convinced him, well, he thought that it was a girl that convinced him, but they convinced him to send nude pictures, and he did. And that was when they now revealed that they're actually scammers and that he must send them $1,000. If not, that they will send his nude pictures to all his Instagram friends, that they've already screenshotted all his followers on Instagram, and that going by his timeline, they know his school and they will send the pictures to his school. Unfortunately for Jordan, all this happened in the middle of the night. He started chatting with them at night. His parents were not aware that he was chatting with a fake girl. They were already in their room. He sent them all that he had, $300. And the Nigerian guy said it's not enough. They kept threatening him that they would release the pictures. The exchange went on for hours into the middle of the night. He begged them, they refused. And then he said to them that at this point he had no other option than to kill himself. And the Nigerian guys responded, "Good, do it fast, or I'll make you do it, I swear to God." So while his parents slept, in the middle of the night, they suddenly had a gunshot. Jordan killed himself that night. From the moment that they started chatting with him to the moment that he killed himself, it was 6 hours. During their investigation, the police looked through his phone and then they saw his messages with the Nigerian guys. And so it became a federal case. FBI took over the investigation. They contacted the Nigerian government asking for them to send the suspects to the US for justice. The Nigerian government agreed and they extradited the two brothers earlier this year. In April, they both pleaded guilty. And this month, September, they were both sentenced to 17 and a half years in prison. The third suspect, Ezekiel Roberts, is still fighting his own extradition to the US at the Nigerian court. So he's in court fighting not to be brought to the US. But honestly, thanks to the Nigerian government for working with the FBI to make this happen. Huge shout out to the Nigerian government for doing this. We truly appreciate you. According to the Justice Department, Jordan is just one of 100 victims of these Nigerian guys. About a dozen of them are minors. First of all, my deepest condolences to Jordan's family. Honestly, I cannot even imagine what they've been going through since this thing happened in 2022. You know, it's like living in a nightmare, really. They thought that their children were protected, but somehow these Nigerian guys found themselves into the life of their son, and directly or indirectly, they killed him. So it's basically like living in a nightmare. Now, before I talk about the scammers, I want to encourage parents to ensure that the kind of relationship you have with your children is the kind that allows them to feel free with you. And please, I'm not saying that Jordan's parents didn't have that kind of relationship. I am not blaming them for what happened. If you've lost someone to suicide, please, I'm not blaming you or any of their loved ones. I'm just trying to make sense of what happened, which doesn't even make sense. But we're trying to see how we can all learn. I'm still new to parenting myself, so I'm not in any position to give any parental advice. But I think that your children should be free to discuss anything with you, especially the things that they struggle with. As much as you want to make sure that they are well disciplined, you also want to be their friend. I think it's very important to let our children know that suicide is never, ever, ever the answer, no matter the situation. African parents especially, you tend to have such high expectations. Please don't be so hard on your children that they are trying too hard just to not let you down, just to not disappoint you. Some of you have never actually called your children just to let them know that you are proud of who they are as a person, regardless of academic or professional achievements. Do you know it's okay to tell your child, you know, I like the fact that you're a good listener. Or I like how you don't spend all your money. I'm so proud that you have savings because this will really help you in life. If you have a young man that treats women with respect, let him know, Omo, I appreciate how you treat the women around you with dignity. Your wife will definitely enjoy you someday. I think a lot of African parents tend to focus too much on what their children are yet to achieve. You don't even tell them you love them no matter what. There are so many single young ladies that are constantly being reminded by their parents that they are not married. Haba! To the point where some of them are avoiding you and you don't even know it. The same thing goes for single young men. I mean, what is more important? Being married by fire by force at all costs or being happily married? It is more important that your children are happily married than for them to just be married. The most devastating one, which a lot of African parents do, is when they compare their children with somebody else's child. Don't you see what so person is doing? Don't you see where they are now? Don't you see what they've achieved? Honestly, a lot of times that does more damage than good. Please stop comparing your child with someone else's child. It's not a matter of who does something first. It's not a competition. Also, it is very important to pay attention to your children's activities online, on social media. There are so many apps now that will help you monitor your child's activities online. And there are some that will even cut them off from whatever they are doing at whatever time that you set up. Like you can say from 8 p.m. my child cannot access any social media platform on their phone. I strongly believe that every parent should make use of those apps. It may save a life. And this is not just to prevent them from being scammed. But it's possible, you know, that the parents of the scammers also had no idea what their children were doing online. You know that? Now, I know that they are adults, but the younger one that is 21, I'm pretty sure was still living with his parents when this thing happened. Maybe both of them were still living with their parents. I don't know, because, you know, it happened 2 years ago. So if you have a child that spends much time on phone or on laptop, be on top of whatever they are doing, especially if you see them buying things that you did not pay for, and you know that they have no job. You cannot afford not to care. I don't care how old they are, because when it happens, you breakfast, you will all suffer from it. More importantly, I think parents should sit their children down and talk to them about never ever sending their nude pictures to anybody. I don't think they are too young to have that conversation, and let them know it has ruined many lives. I don't even know why people take nude pictures. I mean, if you need to see yourself, check in the mirror. As for those who have decided that they will continue to shame us as a country, wow. First of all, God will punish every one of you. You know, there are so many people that are making us proud. So many Nigerians, Nigerian doctors, Nigerian nurses, Nigerian scientists, Nigerians making us proud all over the world. But some people are yet to understand that their action can affect everybody that is from where they are. This thing happened in a town called Marquette in Michigan. And it's been all over the news. Oh, Nigerians did this, Nigerian brothers, Nigerian... Why are you bent on making life hard for the rest of us? You are ruining lives. Do you not know that as scammers, you are ruining lives? Do you not know that you are killing people? Some people now have high blood pressure. Some now have mental issues. It's like you've convinced yourself that people living abroad have a lot of money, so you are just taking some of it. The devil is a liar. Who told you that? Who lied to you? I'm pretty sure it's possible they didn't even believe all he had was $300. What do you I don't know why people at home sometimes think that those abroad are swimming in money. It's not true. And it shouldn't even matter. You have no right to the money that somebody else worked for. And if you know how to use the internet to scam people, you can use that same knowledge to make money legitimately online without scamming people. At least you will know you worked for this. Gone are those days so that you will commit crime in your country and think that nothing will happen to you. Shoo, America is no longer playing. They are no degree anymore. Just like they tracked these guys down in Nigeria, they will track you down and make sure that you go to jail. And don't think that American jail is rosy. These brothers have no idea what they are into. Last year alone, there were 24,000 reports of sexual assault in American prisons. Men do rape men, no. And let's not even talk about jail stabbing. Don't think, oh, maybe they will just put you in prison in America. You have no idea what it is. Honestly, I wish these guys would be opportune to talk to other scammers and tell them that it's not worth it. Shout out to everybody that is bringing awareness. A Nigerian movie maker just released a movie this month to bring more awareness to people getting scammed. FYI, it's a Christian movie. I'll put the link in the description. I personally believe that the acting and the storyline could be better. I already told them I don't like the fact that all the scammers except one in the movie had dreadlocks, because that is like perpetrating stereotype, sad stereotype. I also don't think that all the scammers get punished in real life, but I really, really, truly appreciate the message, which is for us to have a better understanding of how much scammers hurt people and even kill people. In that movie, you will see people that were badly hurt, people that died because of scammers. I think the biggest message from that movie is to discourage young people from scamming. Even if you couldn't get a job, keep searching or do something that is legal online. The movie is called Grifter's Fate and it's on YouTube. The link is in the description below. You can check it out. Once again, our deepest condolences to Jordan's family. Please subscribe if you're yet to. It is free. It's free to subscribe. And don't forget to follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Until next time, I'll see you later.